everybody to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. Appreciate you joining us as always. And today's a special day, on a lot of levels. One, because, you see my better half is sitting right here with me, Miss Janine Samuels. As you know, she's more than just my better half, but she's the team's better half because she's the in-game host with the Washington Commanders, of course. And we were at a fan rally today. It's also special because we're over in Madrid, Spain right now doing this broadcast and had to get it in with my guys, the best supporters of the burgundy and gold. As you can see, they're from all over the place, all over the country, all over the world. We've got a lot to talk about. So let's get
Mm.
right into it. Welcome. How's everybody doing?
Doing
Good.
well,
Good
doing
to see
well.
you. Doing good,
Doing
man.
good.
Doing good.
Doing
Life,
great.
life is good.
So this is one of those games that I think months ago was penciled in, and it was kind of to be the coronation of this team, and on the worldwide level. And of course, the season hasn't been that way for us. And over here today, though, I will say there are a lot of Commanders fans here, a whole lot. So people who bought their tickets still are supporting the Burgundy and Gold. And let's face it, they're getting a trip out of it. They're visiting Europe, so some of them are even coming from Barcelona to come here to Madrid. So we're going to talk about that, but we also want to talk about that question that I throw out to you guys to kind of make it tough on you. The question that we're going to talk about, and it's a hypothetical that I think is going to come true, probably in 2 weeks. Jaden might be back, Terry might play, Noah Brown might play. So my question to you is, should those guys play? Or should this team, and I hate to use this word because y'all know me and y'all know I'm not about tanking and anything like that, but have you thought about kind of staying where you are so that you can get a game-changing player like you did last year with Jaden with the number 2 pick? Maybe you're in the position to have that kind of player this year who could be an edge rusher for you or wide receiver, whoever. So we'll talk about that. So let's fire it up and we'll start around the horn. I want to welcome Mike in with us. This is his first time. He's reached out to me. And my friend, I told you I was going to get you on, and it's taken a couple weeks. We've been busy,
Mhm.
but I promise you we were going to get you on. So welcome to the family.
Yeah. Thank
Welcome,
you.
Mike.
Welcome, Mike.
What up, Mike?
All right.
Welcome, bro.
So let Mike start it up with us. What's your take on that? What do you feel about Jaden and Terry and Noah and these guys possibly playing again this year? Do you think they should sit them down, or do you want to see them back out on the field?
Be honest with you, I'm very disappointed there. Uh, so to me, and uh, at this point, I don't really care if he plays or not. Um, I would like to see if Jaden is 100% healthy.
Hmm.
Um, I say let him play, but I mean, what's it going to hurt if he's 100% healthy? But if he's not healthy, then send him out. But as far as uh, Terry, I don't really I don't have no enthusiasm about seeing him play. I mean, he sat out and he cried about you know whatever he was crying about, and I think that played a part with him being as far as legs. Because I mean, I played football all my life, and
Hmm.
it just to me it just didn't sit well. It really didn't. The whole thing just didn't sit well. So as far as him coming back, it don't phase me either way. But if Jaden's 100% healthy, I like to see him come back.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Good take. Good take. Good take.
Mhm.
And the thing, Mike, is because you've watched this show many times, a
Yeah.
lot of people in here kind of have those same sentiments. So it is what it is. So let's keep it rolling. Let's go with Big Herb. What's up, Big Herb? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man. Overtime's been kicking my butt over the last couple weeks and everything, man. I'm just glad. I'm happy to be back on. I'm actually at work right now, so I'm on break. But to answer your question, I've actually been saying even on my show, like I'm kind of done with him being coming back, and it's not anything detrimental to him. This injury bug is the MVP of the league right now. I mean, do you see how many times they've been taking? We got our first, second, third, fourth receivers out, first, second, third pass rushers. first, second, what's the name, cornerbacks out. I mean,
Cornerback.
literally, it's everywhere that you look at our quarterback, our running back, receivers. I mean, you name it. They've been out.
They even trotted out a kicker a couple weeks
That
back.
that too. So I mean, and I know that a lot of people would go against what I'm saying and everything. Like, oh, you play the game. Getting hurt is part of the game. Getting hurt is part of the game, but having a legit laundry list of players out for the season, not just out like 1 or 2 games. I'm talking about the season.
Yeah.
That's nah. You know what? I'll go ahead, bow out gracefully. Y'all can have whatever y'all want. Be sure to look for what's the name of it, Hard Knocks, to see exactly what everybody else is doing, and just call it a day. Look, we go ahead and get that high draft pick. See if you could trade it, because I mean we don't have a second and a fourth. Try to trade it out, see what you can get. Because I mean, even if you go and rush down the line to go ahead and get this high draft pick, try to make a playoff run. You got what's the name, like a 20% chance of getting in, and I'm just guessing at that point.
It's more like you can take the O off that 20. It's like a
Yeah,
2%.
yeah.
It's not.
I mean,
Listen. Everybody in this chat room loves this team. I have no problem saying I'm from DC. Yes, I'm media, but I'm a fan of the team, of course.
of course, you want them, but at the same time, I'm realistic with it. I know we're not going to the playoffs.
You gotta start being realistic here.
Count your losses, get the high draft pick, trade it away, see if you can get multiple. Because even as far as everybody saying, hey, AP hasn't hit on everything. Name a GM out there who's hit 75% consistently.
Well, I think.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Yeah, I think that the whole thing of fans now mad at Dan, and we're going to talk about him now calling defense, and got to shout out my dude Gerard there, who's been on it. This needed to be done, and DJ as well. So let's get everybody on this take real quick before we move on to the next. So let's get DJ on there, because I do know you got to step out soon. So get the little bro on there. So what's up, DJ?
What's up, y'all? Sorry I missed y'all, man. Just been busy on assignment everywhere, finishing up the end of the season for the Southeast Gases Association. But I just think he needs seat time, like a race car driver needs seat time. And I think if you can protect them and keep them healthy, that they all need to be out there and get those reps. Those reps are irreplaceable. And as long as you can keep them healthy and not get hurt, let's go.
Okay. Nice and sweet, short and sweet. I appreciate it. There we go. All right. So you know what? We're going to do something different here. We're going to get everybody's take, of course. But I want to get your take on this. Yeah, I want to get your take on this.
All right. So not as in-game host Janine, but as fan Janine, since before 1999, before I was a cheerleader, I was a Redskins fan. I feel like things have been off all season long, even training camp. I think with Terry, the situation with Terry, I think the mojo was just a little off this season. And I feel like it really did translate throughout, and has translated throughout the season, and has also translated into the fans in the stands. The energy just isn't there. People aren't as excited, of course, because we're losing games. Season ticket holders are selling their tickets. The last game, I'm like, it was not a home field advantage at all. And so I feel like this season, it's not going to turn out the way that we hoped it would. I know we were talking Super Bowl, and it's just not going to happen. So in my thought is, even though I would love Jaden to be out there and Terry to be out there, because I'd love to see them in action, to get their reps, to get them kind of back like they were last season, because we just haven't seen this team like they were last season. I don't want anyone to get injured and get hurt and it jeopardize next season. So I'm almost just like, hey, let's just ride it out, do the best that we can with what we have, but don't worry about putting Jaden and Terry and like our top dogs back in, and then getting high picks for next year. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards.
Okay. She said it. I mean, and I think it was a fair take, so That was good.
Hard for me to say that too, because as an in-game host, I want to win games. Like I want to be at the stadium winning games because our fans are happier when we're winning and it makes my job easier. But I also don't want to jeopardize what the product could look like next year by like for what? For this season.
All right, that's fair. All right, good stuff. All right, so Gerard, you're up.
Well, I definitely, the season was over after Chicago for me. You know, I was at that game. I told y'all back then, it's over. We're going to become Chicago of last year.
Mm-hmm.
They lost like 8, 9 games in a row.
10.
I told my friend, we're going to lose 8, 9, 10 games in a row. We just flip-flop. That's all we did.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to play JD5, Terry, or anyone. Just like Big Herb said, this is a strange season. I've never seen this in my lifetime where injuries are hitting 2 to 3 players every single game of the season. If they play JD5 again and he get any type of injury, that would just demoralize things. Dan Quinn might as well give his job up. That's 4 times this year he got 4 separate injuries. For what? The season is over. This kid supposed to be our franchise quarterback. Let's treat him as so and whatnot. These are preseason games that we're getting ready to play. We need to play our young guys to see who's worth being on the team going forward. So I see all of these last few games as preseason games. If you're not going to play Terry and JD5 in the preseason next year, there's no need to play JD5 and Terry in these games right here because they are nothing but preseason games. So let's take advantage of it.
Okay.
We already in the off season right now, in my opinion. Let AP cook, let DQ cook, and save our guys for next year. Last year was great. That's over. This year is over. It was horrible. It's over. Let's move on to the next year. That's where I'm at.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I got to give you a shout out though. You must be a good man because your name is Gerard and my dad's name is Gerard. So,
Oh, thank you. Yes. I'm a great man. God is good in all things.
He's a great man. I told him that. You know, when Gerard says something that it's like with me, I'm finding it to be like, okay, is that what a franchise quarterback is or not? And that question was when you said treat him like a franchise player and quarterback, and basically we're talking about save his future for him and not get him hurt this year. But don't you guys think most franchise quarterbacks have the gumption, so to speak, to tell their coaches when they're hurt, I'm playing, like the Patrick Mahomes, the Peyton Manning, the Tom Brady. So do you want to see Jaden have that kind of mentality, or do you want him to be like, okay, you know, we're gonna shoot for next year? You can answer Gerard.
He's going to have that mentality.
Yeah.
He's a GOAT.
Right.
He's a baller.
Right.
I expect that. But the organization got to know how to step in.
Fair.
We own the ship. We run in this.
Right.
And whatnot. It's about the future.
Right.
So we appreciate you and we love you, but you already been hurt. The proof is in the pudding.
And you're not going nowhere this year. And you're not going.
Where are we going?
So
we're not going nowhere. If anything, 9 times out of 10, the way this season is going, this is where I'm at, fellas. I wanted to say this last week, but I'm going to say it. Every game, I look to see who's going to be hurt next. Because it's been every game.
You're the only one.
Every game.
You're not the only one.
That's where I'm at.
So
I definitely don't want to see JD5.
We thinking that here. Like,
yeah, who's going to be hurt next? Like, I think it's Frankie Luvu. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there.
I said, we don't want to put that in the air, but
I'm just being real. Look.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told somebody the other day the first thing they needed to do when they landed here was find out where the nearest hospital is, just in case. Because if somebody get hurt, they're not flying back right away because you don't put them back on planes. So my thing is, I'm trying to find out not where the first fan rally or anything or restaurants. It's where's the nearest Madrid General.
I mean, just think about it. It's good players getting hurt. It's not the weaker player. It's good players getting hurt.
All right.
I just gotta say this: Jaden lost his right to say what he how he feels when his arm folded back the other way. And I'm just saying.
I mean, listen, I think we all sighed a breath of relief when we realized that it wasn't serious, but we
Yes.
also realized that it can be serious. And
Exactly.
what we've seen is there's nothing that has shown me that he's not going to get hurt. And that's not because Jaden's injury riddled. It's because of the play calling. It's because he doesn't have weapons, so he's running for his life. It's all of the above that is set
Mhm.
up for this kid to not be able to be at his best. And you guys know, a lot of you guys played, when you know that you aren't at your best or the people around you aren't going to give you a chance to compete against whoever you're playing against, it could be a pickup game in rec ball. You have a chance to get hurt because you're not at your best. So I do agree
Exactly.
with you on that, Gerard.
And
My
yeah, and talk about, sorry, excuse
No,
me,
go ahead, go
talk
ahead.
about a quiet stadium. When that happened, I don't know if any of you
Mm.
all were at the game, but when that happened, they didn't do a replay, so we didn't really know what was going on.
Most people thought it
We
was a leg injury.
and people like over at headsets were saying it was a break, and like the fans didn't know, but everyone knew it was Jaden because people knew he was down. That stadium got so quiet, even the opposing team, because everyone was just like, wait a minute, what is happening right now? And so when you think about an important player like that going down unnecessarily, because at that point we weren't going to win the game, it's like all for what?
Do you think he should have been in the game at that point?
I do not think he should have been in the game. I mean, we weren't going to win, so I don't think we should have had him in the game.
Okay. I mean, see, I'm just, I have great conversations in my house. Like when I go down on the field after the game, do my post game, she's waiting. And a lot of times it's what the, like, what was going on?
As
Why was
Janine, not in-game
Yeah,
host
yeah, yeah,
Janine.
yeah, yeah. I know I got a job to keep. No, I get it. I get it. But no, I mean, I
Mhm.
think she was asking the same questions a lot of you guys were asking. Like when they punted, and I haven't forgotten about the rest of you guys. Trust me, we're gonna get to you. But when they punted late in that, in that, like in the fourth quarter, when they punted, that's waving the white flag because you didn't go for it and you were at like the 46-yard line. So when you punted, that's saying the game's over. We know you're up 30, it's over. Why is it that when Seattle went three and out and punted to them, you put Jaden back in the game? So we're not going to go there. It's water under the bridge now. The question was, remember, for everyone who haven't had a chance to answer, and everyone's in here now. The question is, do you want to see Jaden in like two weeks with Terry and Noah, and that's what we're hearing could be happening? Do you want to see that, or do you feel like they should just let this season go and plan for the future? So let's get Eric on. What's going on, Eric?
What's up, my man? How's everybody doing?
We're good. We're
Very
good.
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 So the only, I guess I mean, I hate to say this, I'm looking like 4 or 5 years down the road, but I say we just try and give a little heart, give a little competitive spirit in it. But I mean, there's no point in us winning games. Like you said, if we were to have a top five draft pick, the question is, who would be there that would change our defense, day one? Like, who would we draft that we're going to have to worry about paying 40, 50 million a year down the road, like a Jaden on defense?
Kid from Miami's
But
pretty good, man. Defensive end's pretty good.
that's all I'm saying, depending where we
He's
fall. Like,
not gonna be
if
there at five.
no, I'm saying if we're like number three,
Mhm.
do you draft him or do you move back a few spots to get, a later first, a second, an extra third? I
Move
don't
back.
know.
I move back. I move
I
back
move back. I
regardless.
move
I don't care
back.
if they number one. I'm moving back.
I
Yeah,
move back. I move back
yeah,
regardless.
yeah. Because I mean, depending where we're drafting, I mean, there might be just as good value, say at pick 12 compared to like pick 6. So I think going forward, I still want to see people have heart, and I'd be like, whoever wants to play next year, you better show me because Jaden coming back out with Terry and knowing them, the only people that are going to be back next year is Terry and some of the young guys, Luke McCaffrey. Other than that, everybody might be gone, so he's not going to be getting
Is Terry
reps
come,
with
are you certain Terry comes back? And I'm not trying to stir the
the
pot.
right price.
I'm just asking.
I've been saying, you know me, I've been saying if the right price is there, Yeah, trade him because you can't tell me that of a high second or a low first or a couple thirds for him. Yeah, AP is going to be thinking to deal him. But yeah, I mean, there's no point. Jane's not going to build chemistry with guys that aren't going to be here next year. So as much as I'd like to see him play and get a little momentum, because I hear all this crap about sophomore slump. I mean, yeah, he's been hurt or whatnot.
I mean, you can't look like Superman when your running mates. I mean,
Yeah,
they're not even the Avengers at this point. I don't know. They
yeah,
got the Legion of Doom he's playing with. I mean, and I don't mean the Seattle version. I mean the
It's
rejects.
like Charlie Brown in the future.
yeah,
Suicide
yeah,
Squad.
yeah,
Mhm.
That's
yeah.
Smokey out there.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I walk in the locker room sometimes now, and I'm like, "Damn, who is that?
I
Who
know.
is that?"
If
I
you're
don't
saying
know
that,
the
that's a problem.
faces. Listen, I mean, like, bro, it might be like 10 jokes
Oh,
every time I walk in there, and I'm like, I have no idea who that is. I don't even know where that dude's locker is. They have lockers in there that don't have nameplates on them in a certain part of the locker room, and that's for guys that they're bringing in or moving out. And there's a lot of that going on this team. When people were like Robbie Chosen was released, right before the Kansas City game, I'm tweeted out, no, he's not, because he's sitting right next to us up here in the press box. But they had to
Mhm.
move him because they had to bring a kicker in because Matt Gay got hurt before the game. So I mean, it's Gerard. I agree with you, man. I agree with all y'all. This is my 20th year covering the NFL, 17 covering this team. I have never seen anything like this. I can't even say it's a wasted, like it's a people say, "Oh, they suck. There's a train wreck." No, man, you can't even say that because you've never seen the team. We've never seen a
Mhm.
starting lineup ever this year of who was supposed to be on the starting lineups. We've never seen it all year. I'm not making excuses for the losses because you still got to man up and you still got to come out and do your job. You're getting paid to do it. But come on, y'all. Listen. I'm not so sure Ohio State couldn't get with these guys right now. I'm talking like it wouldn't be no college teams beating a pro team. We know that. But I'm just saying, I think Ohio State
maybe
offensively,
Penn State.
Ohio, hey man, why you gotta go there? He's a Maryland twerk. You know what I'm saying, man? So come on, man. Come on, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Let's get everybody else in there real quick. So, Ellison, what's up, brother? What's going on?
What's good? How you doing, man? Good to see
Good.
everybody. How you doing, Mr. Ning? Good to see you.
good to see you.
Um, for me, I will put all these guys that have been hurt in bubble wrap and just call it a year. To be honest with you, but I do have a feeling that
They
two
gonna
of the
play.
three, two of the three, if not all the three that you mentioned, will be up back on the field at a certain point in time. I do feel that way. But if it's me, I wouldn't play them. It's too much to lose, especially going into next season and beyond. I don't know, again, going back to the draft, who would be there to kind of, take to kind of help us out next year, but we'll answer that, in the months to come. But I think all those three, if not, I see Will Harris is back on the practice field, so it looks like he might actually come
Will
back
look
and
will
play.
look good
So
the last couple of days of practice over here in Madrid. I mean, he looked really good.
yeah,
So,
so I wouldn't doubt that the three that you mentioned would, if not two of them, would be on the field at a certain point in time. So I think a couple of them will come back. I wouldn't personally put them back out there, but I could see it for sure.
okay. All right, good stuff. All right, so let's keep it rolling here. Kevin, you're up. And then after that, we'll have Shauno, and then we get Bud, Mike, and then Dave in there as well. So let's get Kevin on. What's up, Kevin?
How's it going, Lake? How's it
Okay,
going, Gene? How's everybody doing?
hanging in
What's
there.
good, man?
How's it going, man?
Good.
Have you guys noticed all of our players that's been hurt are the young guys and not the older guys?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Have you
Yep.
noticed that?
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So the way I look at it is it's like this. I would sit Jaden, me personally,
Mhm.
and this is the reason why. As everybody mentioned, you don't want to risk him getting hurt. He's been playing with the third and fourth stringers almost all year long. So
Mhm.
now you want to put him out there with the first stringers, and he still don't to this point have a connection with any of them. because they haven't been on the field. And so the way I look at it is sit them. Let Terry, if Terry comes back, let him play. If Noah comes back, which, like you guys said, I would put him in a bubble wrap, but let him play, only due to the fact that these guys haven't played all season. Let him get a chemistry with Marcus Mariota or something. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to protect your franchise quarterback. Second, we have to realize this. This is just Dan Quinn and Adams' second year. This isn't 3, 4, 5 seasons already in. So I would rather give them a break in this sense. All of the guys that they brought in were most of the old heads, only because they didn't have anybody else out there. So the way I look at it is give them time to bring players in, develop chemistry with Jaden. And as far as the defense is concerned, why put Jaden out there if the defense is going to give up the points anyway? So I mean, at the end of the day, what are we talking about? It's not like we're going to win anything as long as that defense we got go out on the field. Because if you think about it,
I'm sorry.
Look at the last 3 or 4 games. We didn't get just beat; we got beat down. And so, don't nobody feel sorry for the Commanders at all. Even if we got this laundry list, don't nobody feel sorry for us. They want to go out there and beat the brakes off of us because
Right there, man.
last year we were almost at the Super Bowl. So if we can go out there and beat the brakes off of them, now we pushing them back down a laundry list. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, the way I look at it is rest Jaden, let the other guys play. If Terry can make it through the season, fine. We know Noah's not going to make it through the rest of the season, so we all know that. But I would like to see what the Trayvon Burks look like. So these younger guys that they're bringing in, allow them to develop some type of chemistry with the team so that they could showcase themselves if they can, make the team, as far as trying to make the team for next year.
Those are all great points, Kevin.
And that's where I'm at with it, Lake.
Okay. Yeah, no, those are all great points. And I've been saying, you see Jordan McGee, you see the flashes, you see the speed, you see the violence when he hits, and then you see him get beat on some plays. Okay, I understand that. That's normal. I mean, you see some veterans getting beat too, so the thing is, let these young guys get on the field, get some chemistry, because the only thing that's going to do is strengthen your team. Now you're adding depth now, guys that can fill in, that have some game reps experience. So I agree with you on a lot of that, Kevin. All right, so let's keep it going, because I do want to ask about Quinn taking over the defense. So let's get Shauno on. What's going on, Shauno?
Greetings, everybody. So I know we're pressed for time. Mrs. Lewis hit it right on the nose. She's on point on everything she said. I agree with. Definitely, we're a mass unit this year, and I say tank it up like we did 2 years ago, and maybe we can come across some draft picks or high draft picks, trade, or whatever the case may be. That's it.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So, Big Bub, what's up, brother?
Ain't too much. How you doing, sir?
I'm hanging in there, man. Hanging in there.
Good. Nice to see you both.
Appreciate it.
I think we need to go ahead and, like you say, just bubble up Jaden. If you're going to keep Terry and not look into any kind of trade scenarios or whatever, go on, bubble him up too. Noah's not going to be here next year anyway, so go on and let him play. And like you say, let these young guys get in here and see what they can do, man, so you can go into this offseason knowing what you need and knowing what you already got.
Yeah. Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Mike B. We're going to give some
happening, man?
Right now.
Mike B.
What's up?
What's up?
Stop flexing, Mike.
Oh, man.
He's showing a bicep, isn't he?
Oh, Lord. Let me. Look, I'm a Maryland twerp too, by the way, man. So, what I'm saying?
See, y'all started it though. I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but
College Park, man. College Park. Man, Gerard we've been chopping it up. BJ's not here. Brad Joe's not here. Let me tell his position. He said, shut him down. but I don't know, man. I go back and forth. And I have no precedence that I could think of shutting your franchise QB quarterback down with 5 games left. That's my problem with. I've never seen that done before.
No, and I mean,
Mm.
the closest thing I can say to a franchise quarterback getting shut down. Remember Lamar a couple years ago, and they said he was injured. I don't know. That there was a contract coming up. Y'all remember that, right? And he didn't play. I think like the final 7 games of the season. And you knew if Lamar, if the mojo was right between the Ravens and him at that time, he would have been playing.
Right.
But they legitimately said he was injured. But to know that a guy could be healthy, like you're saying,
Right.
and you shut him down, it's tough for me to say that for your franchise quarterback from a competitive standpoint, because you
That's
still
why I said he's gonna
be
play.
competitive. But it also makes sense when you see how many times the kid been laying on the carpet, you
Yeah.
know? And
Mhm.
so you kind of have to weigh all these things under consideration. And then you do, and I never want to compare the past to right now. He's not Robert Griffin. He's not Alex Smith. He's not Joe Theismann. I get all these guys got hurt and had catastrophic career type ending injuries. He can come back and play. I know it looked bad, but he can come back and play. Last year, people were like he was injury riddled last year. He didn't miss a game last year. He missed a game. He got hurt in the Panthers game and he came out, but he started 16 games or 17 games last year. He's not injury prone, but the injuries that he's sustaining this year, they look so freakish and abnormal. That's why I may say you kind of, you know what I'm saying, like you talking about mojo and stuff. They on a bad Ouija board right now. So
Right.
it might
Right.
be it might
Yeah.
be you put them back out there and a real one comes and gets him.
Exactly.
That's where I am with this. It's just a bad vibe, and you're right. You guys said it earlier. You just waiting to see who's dropping. Who's dropping Sunday or over here in Madrid? Who's gonna fall? You don't want to see that. So, all right. So let's keep
Right.
going because we still got Dave on there. My guy, I haven't had Dave Fernandez on for a while. What's going on,
Welcome
Dave?
back. Welcome back.
What's up, guys, man? How you doing, man? I miss you guys. Sorry, it's been a little hard for me to get on, but I'm glad to be back, man.
Awesome,
Good to
awesome.
see you, man.
Good to see you.
Uh, yeah, man. I would I would sit him down, just because you got to protect what you got. We saw what happened back in 2012 by putting what was supposed to be the franchise
Mhm.
quarterback, and we lost him for good. We don't want the same thing to be repetitive, going how the cloud is over this team. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I say I would just sit him down, and like the guys have been saying, let the young guys go in and do their thing. Because like I forgot who was it that said it with this defense, man.
That
It
was
makes no
Kevin.
sense.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Kevin.
yeah, Kevin, like how Kevin said, it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? And right now, even if we go on a winning streak, I think we've lost too much in the conference that it won't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, you
You
need
know,
all those
so
teams to lose in the conference even to help you, and they'd have to lose at a high clip, and they
yeah,
haven't shown me the Seattles of the world that they getting ready to go on losing streaks. That's not happening.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
Nah,
right.
it's just been a different year. So I'd say let's just move on as much as we want to as fans, because one thing I would love is just to see my team win.
Yeah,
you
Right.
know.
yeah,
But I don't want to take a win in the risk of losing a valuable player that's gonna keep us winning in the future. I don't want to just win now. I want to win in the future as well.
That's
You
exactly.
right.
know,
Hey,
and
Lay.
just before, sorry to cut you off, Joe.
Go ahead.
Just to see, man. Hey, Lake, I'm a Nittany Lion just like you, man. And in football. In football, man, we got hit hard, man. Nittany Lions was supposed to go all the way, and look what happened with them. What a debacle that happened, and now we were supposed to go,
You,
somewhere,
you
and
do you, you do know, Dave. You do know what this was, right? Like last year, I'm trying to tell y'all, life was when I say grand, I mean, it's still good, babe. It's still good. But I'm saying from the sports side of
The
things,
sports side, yeah, there you go.
listen, my Nittany Lions was, in the semifinals, you know what I'm saying, for the national championship. And we were going to the NFC championship, and literally in the course of 3 days, we lose to Notre Dame and we lose to the Eagles. And I was like, you know what? This was
Might come at you
too
fast.
good to be true.
Mhm.
And then you see this year, you got a franchise quarterback getting hurt. You got James Franklin getting fired, which, by the way, I was all for that. So I'm just
Yeah.
letting you know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the big thing that happened here, and we can move on to the next subject here, and that was
Yeah.
good stuff, Dave, is that everybody knows last year was a magical season. The way
Mhm.
they were winning
That's
games,
right.
Hail
Absolutely.
Marys, last second touchdowns, coming back from, 28 down. I mean, doing all these crazy things. And then you saw your rookie quarterback, set the world on fire and show you that he's an elite player. Okay.
Right.
So you
Yep.
saw all these great things. I think what it did, even me as a media person, what it did was it kind of gave a sense of false, not hope, but false, like, are they really there yet? And I think all you have to do is go back to that NFC Championship game, and that
It
kind of told
spoils us.
you that there was a significant gap, between the top
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Mhm.
where they were. And
Mhm.
going into this year, you thought that obviously they were going to bring everybody back, all the old guys to run it back to get to that Super Bowl. I don't think the plan was for these old guys to get hurt. I don't think it
No.
was for some of these
Mhm.
old guys to Father Time to catch up too, you know. And more importantly, I don't think they had a plan in place for Terry to not be in camp. People were like, "Oh, they should have re-signed him." Why re-sign him? He was under contract. They went out and got Debo to pair with Terry. We know the story. I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of things that happened to this team this year they were prepped for. So maybe the beauty of this season is you get that stench of losing back out of here and you can still build and develop. And you go into year three, which we all know is really the year you get judged anyway in a regime
Mhm.
change. So
Yep.
next year is where the honeymoon's over now. We get it. The honeymoon's over. But next year is the year where Dan is going to be either on the hot seat or he's going to
Straight.
be beloved, which I hope he still will be because he's a good
Mhm.
man. He really is.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
that's where they're going to be. So my question now is Dan's calling the defense. And I know a lot of y'all saying hallelujah. Why did it take so long? But my
Right.
question is, would you like for him to stay the defensive coordinator? Because you look around the league and a lot of coaches are doing this. Some call offense, they're the offensive coordinator, like the Mike McDaniels of the world. You look over at Ben,
Andy Reid.
yeah, you look at Andy Reid. You look on the defensive side, you look at McDonald over in Seattle. He's still calling defense. That's what he does. Do you think that's a detriment for Dan Quinn to now have to step in and call a defense? Does that take away from his head coaching duties, in your opinion? So we'll start the way we started it all. So Gerard, you're up.
All right, fellas. In Miss Lady. But look, this is where I'm at. Dan Quinn is the head coach, right? He's the defensive coordinator, right?
Mhm.
Joe Witt is his friend. They've been buddies coaching together on multiple teams, right? So I see this already as Dan Quinn's defense. He just brought his buddy, promoted his buddy up just to run it. It's already his defense. That's why I told you guys over a month ago, I put more pressure and blame on DQ. This is his defense. He supposed to already knows the ins and outs. Him and
Yep.
Joe Witt supposed to already be working together. He's not an offensive coordinator. I mean, an offensive head coach. He's a defensive head coach. So I'm not looking for anything to be different. It's too late. He should have done this over a month or so ago. The off season. They're supposed to already be working together.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. And I want to say this one little thing real quick. Let's be real, you all. JD5 is not going to be 100% healthy. He's been hurt 3 times. They're going to bring him back because he might get cleared by a doctor. does not necessarily mean he's 100% healthy. No difference on how they cleared Terry to play. He was not 100% healthy, then he got hurt in the same exact game. So I don't see him being 100% healthy. Sit him. That's where I'm at. I'll be
Okay.
quiet now.
All right. It's all good. It's all good. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Herb, what's up? What you think?
I think he's in a lose-lose situation. You have it to where, yeah, you took over as DC right now. Okay. Um, you play good this week. Yeah, you played good. Why didn't you take this over weeks ago? You played bad. Damn, you played it. I mean, this is supposed to be your defense. And realistically, we all know. Look, this team is riddled with injuries. We don't want to use that as an excuse, but I mean, at this point, like you just said it yourself, you don't even know half of the people that's in the locker room, and you're there every day. So I mean, are we even having playing with real NFL players at this point? So it's a legit question.
It is.
At this point, it's like you're damned if he should have did it if he was going to do this. We should have did this weeks ago. And yeah, it's historically bad, but at the same time, make it historically bad to the point to where we get a high draft pick. Just saying.
I mean, the last one worked out quite well, didn't it?
Yes.
I mean,
Perfect. Yes.
You don't
Perfectly
don't
well.
have the
Yes.
second rounder. It's almost
Yes.
like the gods are saying, like how last year was, like the gods answered all the prayers. It's almost like the gods are saying, listen, y'all did, the devil did step in this year and you got a lot of injuries, but I'm giving you another pass where
my
you
my
can
thing
trade
is this.
back and get that second rounder just like that.
My thing is this also too, real quick. And I know that these are two different sports. You look at the what the Nationals did with Strasburg when he had his injury situation. What did they do? They thought about the future.
They
This dude
shut him
ended up being
down.
they shut him down. He ended up being the World Series MVP. You look at the whole entire situation when David Robinson and with the Spurs went down that one year.
They shut
Who
him
did
Tim
they get with
Duncan.
the first?
Tim Duncan.
Who they get
Tim
with the
Duncan.
first pick?
Tim
I
Duncan.
Big
mean,
fundamental.
it's this is a sign. Hey, I'm not
Fact.
telling you to take a dive, but I mean, play competitive
Hey, listen.
enough.
I'm gonna say this too, and it's a different sport. The Wizards won that last game. Y'all saw what happened when that lottery pick just. So I'm not.
Yes, indeed.
I'm not a fan of tanking, but I am a fan of being realistic. Basically, you need an edge rusher. You need some more playmakers, and you will have every chance to get. See, people don't understand. If you get picked at 27, 28, 29, that's where the team who's picking has to have done their homework to know that a guy's there that's going to help their team. The Eagles do it better than most, okay? But when you're a team that's picking in the top five, top six, man, those players are expected to come in from day one and change the fortunes of your franchise. And
Yep.
Washington, within a 2 year span, a 3 year span, has an opportunity now to get two generational talents. You got Jaden, you got your quarterback, you set for that. Now you got to get that version of him on the other side of the ball. You have to. You really do. Because what's been killing this team the last 2 years, not just this
That's
year, but
right.
even last year, it was the defense. The defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. So they've got to figure it out. So good stuff. Good stuff. Let's keep it going. So Mike, you're up.
All right. I want to make a small point that I'm surprised nobody on this panel has brought up since I've been watching you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that is nobody talks about how bad Ron Rivera messed his team up, but even before him,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We talked
It's
about
out
that.
there. Trust
wait
me.
a
We
minute,
talk about that.
wait a minute,
Yeah, yeah.
even before him,
Mm-hmm.
when Schottenheimer came in here and let half of the core of the team go, and we have never rebounded from that point, never. And to me, as far as I'm concerned, until that's resolved, we're gonna keep having issues. We're gonna keep having these. You don't have nobody to come in and pick up the pieces. But to answer your question,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to change anything. I think it's going. I hate to say it, but like you said, it was already his defense.
Yeah.
So I don't see what's going to change.
So
I
would you
really
guys
don't.
would you guys like for so part of the other question was, do you want to see Dan Quinn be the defensive coordinator and stay the defensive coordinator going even in the next year? Or do
I
you
would say
That
want him to
depends what he
find
does the
something
rest of
else?
the year.
I would
There we
That
say
go.
depends on how he looks the rest of the year.
But do
There you
you
I
go.
would say
expect,
try to get North
but just
again.
like, yeah, but I was gonna say, just like Mike said, just like Gerard said, how can, I'm sorry, you could bring Einstein down here.
True.
You know,
True.
I don't see scheme wise how this thing changes unless Dan's
Nah,
got something up his sleeve that I don't know about.
it's
Right.
not.
I just
Right.
don't see how it can possibly change. Okay, you may not give up 40 points a game, but you might be giving up 30 points a game. But you
Mhm.
guys know 30 not going to get it done. You got to bring that thing down in the teens for me to see a difference. And they're playing a team that last week beat Buffalo. You know, this was a game that I think
That's right.
everybody said this is Washington's get right game. Nah, man, this is the Dolphins getting righter, so to speak.
Mm.
Hmm.
I'm listen. If they go out Sunday and they hold the Dolphins into the teens, then I might say, okay, Dan might be on to something here. But if they go out there and get get moved on again, you really start have to ask yourself, do football players learn how to forget, play football overnight? Like, does
Yeah.
Mikey Sanders still, does Quan Martin, do they just go from people saying that those guys are on the cusp of being Pro Bowl players after their rookie years to all of a sudden being just trash? Nah, man,
Mm.
that to me
But
has
here,
to be coaching. Go ahead, go ahead.
here's the question. What if they're competitive? Like, I mean, we know that Tua is prone to turning the ball over. What if
Competitive
he
like
gets
the
like,
first half of the KC
no,
game?
I'm saying like competitive throughout the whole entire game, but they lose.
Man,
Like you lose the shootout 24-27,
but
but
see,
it's you're still competitive.
yeah, I hear what you're saying, but this is what I've been saying for the last 5 weeks. I've been asking that same question, Herb, and each week the beatings have gotten worse.
I think it's a morale issue.
The lack of production on defense is at rock bottom. And
Yeah.
you're making teams that Seattle's a good football team now,
Yeah.
but they made Sam
Hmm.
Darnold look like damn Tom Brady. I mean, they're making anybody. It's guys that haven't had a catch on the season, getting three, four, five against them and scoring touchdowns.
Yep.
So to me, I'm sorry. You know, I'm always going to go with the players. You can't tell me that these guys have fallen off to the point where they don't even look like they're NFL players. That's coaching. And so hopefully Dan Quinn, I'll give you this. If they come out and they look competitive and they hold Miami and they, make this a game and we can say this Madrid trip was decent, then I'm all for it. But they got to show it to me. I don't expect to see anything less than them getting beat down because that's all I've seen the last 5 weeks. And that's not being negative. It's just being a realist. And I've never really been a realist covering this team for a long time, as far as just really thinking that, you know, the old Lake would say, they're going to beat Miami this week. They're going to come up in here. They're going to beat Miami. I'm not saying that mess. You ain't going to hear me
Right.
say that. I need to watch it unfold, and then we can talk about it. So let's get everybody else up. So Eric, you're up.
All right, so yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing DQ to see what he can do, but I mean, I don't think it's going to change too much. If I would be shocked if he gets in there and, like you said, holds him in the teens somehow or low 20s,
Mhm.
because I mean, just a few years ago they dropped 70 on us. I mean, they still got guys that can play, whether it be Tyreek Hill or not.
Mhm. Mhm. You remember that?
So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing with DQ if I can see week to week things look better and the young guys are getting better if they play the young guys, which I hope they do. But like if the McGee's look better, if Kane comes in and he starts making some plays, if our younger, more inexperienced guys can start looking better each week,
Mhm.
I'd say yeah, let DQ be the man next year. But I don't know coaching wise who's out there, but if there's like a Wink Martindale out there or something, I'd say sign them. Same thing on the OC side. Like I know people would say Mike McDaniel, but I don't know if I'd want Mike McDaniel and his antics in Washington. But if there's a good mind out there, I mean, like you said, like a lot of the stuff that we've dealt with has been scheming, play calling, and I'm just kind of like we had all these guys in place at the beginning of the season, and even the guys that we have, and we see I mean not Lake, if we see Cliff's BS about not even running the ball in the first 8 or 9 plays, like what are we doing?
When you basically pass 7 straight plays to start that game, following your number 2 receiver being knocked out the game on the first play on the opening kickoff.
Yeah,
You
yeah, and
still were trying to pass the
yeah,
ball.
and I know part of it's because we're down so quick, like time's going to run out, we got to score, but it's like why don't they run? I get why they want to run Ja'Cory up middle, but that dude can make one or two misses and then he's gone for another 30. Why don't you play to their strengths?
What's personnel? That's the other thing I think all of us can agree.
Yeah, for
Sometimes
sure.
the personnel packages out there and you're throwing bubble screens to John Bates. Like, I mean, are you kidding me? That that
Right.
that should never happen, but
Right.
those are the type of things that it just
Yeah.
makes you scratch your head.
But it's like I remember a couple times when Bill had his best game of the season, he had 2 catches for like 40. I'm like, why don't we see more of him in a slot here or there, catch a pass, go for 10 or 20?
That's a good question, man. I think
I
those are
don't know
questions
why.
that we all
I feel like all of us here could probably put up some decent playbook that could work out just as good, if not better, at times.
I mean, the thing is that again, and we're getting ready to fire it up with everybody else. The thing is that the frustration stems from at times just watching them and they don't look prepared. And
Yep.
Yeah,
and
Yep.
it's hard to accept the way they're getting mauled on the field when you feel like when I watch New England, look at what they did last night. Their
yeah.
offense isn't this like complicated offense. It's Drake May taking the throws that are there. It's turning around and giving the ball to this y'all know how I feel about Travion Henry. I
Hopewell
wanted
Mhm.
Phenom, Hopewell's finest.
right down there in your area, Eric. I wanted that
Yeah.
kid in the worst way to get picked by Washington because I
Me
thought that he
too.
was going to be a featured back. And you look at New England, and I hate to say this, it's sad to say it. Their future looks a lot brighter than the future here. When I see those young guys on the way they're building them and what they're doing, even on the defensive side of the ball, they have young guys flying around. That was supposed to be Washington from last.
Yeah. Credit to Vrabel, man. That dude, I was like, man, this dude is going to
That's
be
that's called
perfect for New
that's
England.
called that's called coaching. It is. There's
It's
no
coaching.
other way that you can explain their success. You have to look at Vrabel, like you said, and you have to look at the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and they have something that's working. So let's keep it moving because we got about 8 minutes left here. So let's get Ellison on. What's up, Ellison?
I'm good, man. To answer your question, I do think that for the life, well, I know why Dan Quinn made this move. I kind of said this last week. You didn't have to necessarily fire Joe Witt, but you could have took play calling duties away, like Joe Morton in Detroit. Dan Campbell just, I'm calling the game this week. That's what it is. I'm
Or
not
did.
firing you. You're still the offensive coordinator technically, but I'm calling the plays this week. You could have done the same thing months ago, at least a month ago. So I do think DQ, this is a good thing. I don't know what it looked like on film and on the field because of all the injuries and the ancillary parts that you do have now. But I think that he stays the DC going into next year as well because, like you said earlier, he could be on the hot seat. So I'd rather put everything in my hands than someone else's hands going into next year when I'm on the hot seat potentially.
Word up.
Yeah,
So
I hear you,
I,
bud.
Word up.
Yeah.
For real.
so that is a real statement because this is not Tom
Hmm.
Landry and Dan Reeves. Like coaches are recyclable in this
Yeah.
day and age in pro sports. So as easy as they come, easy as they leave. So I think it's a good move for him to take over play calling, and I think he'll remain the play caller going into next year as well.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the Commanders defense that played in first half of Kansas City. Because when you think about it, they played defense at that time.
They
The
did.
way they're playing defense now, and it seems as though when other teams score on us, they give up. Their heads drop and their hands drop. And so the
Yep.
way I look at it is Dan going to change the morale of the actual players? Because when they see other teams running the score up on us, a lot of them are deflated, like, you know. So my question is Dan going to change the morale? Because it was supposed to have been anywhere, anytime, any place. Now it's kind of like everybody come here. Yeah, this is the place. You know, run up the score up on us. So at the end of the day, the way I look at it is Dan can change things around. I'm pretty much on the same level as everybody else in terms of the players ain't changed. So if players didn't change, what makes Dan calling different plays or whatever now going to change? He still have the same personnel. These guys are old, man. So I mean, at the end of the day, how much more are you going to get out of them? So the way I look at it is even though Dan calls the plays, I still think some of the guys will buy in, but not everybody. That's just how I feel about it.
Well, the ones that don't buy in are going to be gone. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
they're going to be gone, and yeah, we'll
Yep.
see how that goes. So good stuff. So let's go, Shauno, and then after Shauno, I'm gonna get your take on this too. You know, you're not getting out easy. And then we get Bud, we get Mike Barrett, and then we get Dave on, and we'll wrap up today's show. So Shauno, what you think?
Yeah, this situation is just a smoke screen. It's just tank time. So they're gonna do whatever they think that we want to see so that we continue to buy tickets or support the team or whatever. But wrap it up for next year and learn from your mistakes. Don't do the same thing again.
Yep.
So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to speak again, but I want to thank you guys for taking your time out on vacation to do this for us. Appreciate
For
you.
sure. Yep.
Oh man,
Yep.
For sure.
Thank you.
you know, it is
Appreciate you.
work still, you know, but you know, yeah, we making some personal time out of it for sure. It's a beautiful.
Yeah. Look, y'all on vacation. All right.
I told her, I said last week, I said, you know, we're gonna make this a trip out of this one for sure. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Tomorrow will be a free day for
Yeah,
real.
tomorrow's gonna be just I
Yeah.
said, it's your day, whatever you want. Even though you did get that Louis bag today, that was kind of like, eesh. So
Oh,
anyway,
You got hold on.
right.
You can't hold water, man. You tell all the business like
But
that.
guess what she got your boy though.
Shots fired.
She got me the
A
Ray.
Rolex.
She got me the
Oh, you got the buffs?
We
You
walked
got the
past that
buffs?
today, and I was like, I don't know what all the fuss
Go
is.
in there.
But no, she got me the Ray-Bans, you know, the ones with
Okay.
Okay.
things on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
That was like 20 Ray-Bans could have got that back. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so anyway, Big Bub, what's up, brother? What you got?
You know, it's my mind kind of changed as we were talking, but I think he's gonna be okay going into next year. I mean, we can't really worry about this year. None of what we're really needing on defense is coming back. I mean, I appreciate Will coming back and giving us what he can give us, but as far as that line is concerned and everything else, we're not getting those guys back. So if Dan can come in here and just hold the water, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Then
a little bit, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And his schematically, I didn't think we were that bad. It was just a personnel issue once we started having the injuries.
Yeah.
So I'm with Ellison. Keep him, let him ride. We already know it's not going to get any better, too much this year. But let him ride and see what happens.
Okay, good stuff. All right, I'm gonna let you jump in.
So my dad would always say, if you continue to do what you've always done, you'll continue to get what you've always gotten. So I definitely think he made the right move to take over and kind of try to right the ship. I do feel as though he feels as though he probably has something to prove since he did make that move, albeit maybe a lot of you all are saying it should have been done weeks ago. So I do feel like he's going to come in with something to prove, at least on the defensive side. So I think hopefully we will see improvement and then that will continue, because I feel like once they improve and they feel the improvement, then that's going to change the morale, the energy, like the confidence of at least the defense, which will then hopefully trickle to the offense. So maybe we'll have a little bit of energy and life back in the game, regardless of who's playing. So it only takes, I feel like, one good play, one good touchdown, whatever it is, to kind of bring that energy back to the team. So I think it was the right move. And like Big Bud said, I think it really determines like how he does with the play calling for the rest of the season will determine whether or not he keeps that role rather than bringing someone in.
Hey, girl right there, man. That was
Janine, you need to come back all weeks. I mean,
All
you
the
did a great
time.
job. Please come back.
Think you got yourself a keeper.
Yes, yes, yes.
My dad wanted boys and he got 3 girls. So all of us are tomboys. We grew up watching football, boxing,
Right.
all of the things. So
She a tomboy for real.
I am.
Shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mike is next, right?
Yeah, Mike B's up. And then we got Dave to wrap up. So Mike, what you think, man?
Look, she knew. See, we usually have another lady on here,
Feel it.
so
Yes.
this is
Feel it.
great. Can't have too much testosterone up in this estrogen. So does anyone know if when DQ was coaching in Atlanta, if he was the play caller?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I think part of the reason why it took this long is brother had his hands full with just in-game decisions and stuff like that. But some of these
that he did, yes.
I'm being kind. Some of these questionable timeouts and I think part of so he's got to get because he needs help with all the other duties if he's going to be calling plays on defense.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think part of the delay was trying to iron that out, and I'm all for him doing it next year, man. I mean, because
it can't get any worse.
It
Oh,
can't
man.
get any worse. And if I think it was Ellison, if you gonna go out, dude, you gonna go out knowing that, hey, I was taking care of this side of the ball, not some Bama got me fired because he
Right. Right. Right.
I mean, that is probably the fairest thing you could say because, look, if my boat is sinking, I'm the one that's doing that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm throwing you off. Like
Right.
it happened too late. I think we all know that.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it could be it happened and now it's here to stay. And if that
Right.
would be the improvement, then okay, let's do that. Look, Gerard up there like, mm-mm.
I mean, I'm just, I'm a realist. Let me ask y'all this quick question. Y'all talked about, I know Dave got to go.
Yeah, Dave, we haven't forgotten about you, brother.
Okay, look, the head coach is who?
It's Dan
Dan
Quinn.
Quinn.
Dan Quinn. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lake. Most coaches come with about 15 to 20 plays already scripted, right? Before the game start. Cliff ran 7 to 8, passing plays. So are we going to sit here and think DQ didn't know about that? Are we going to sit here and think that DQ is not running this defense or running this team and know everything was going on? And so he's already a bad coach. This is him. So I don't see anything different coming.
And he even said, I was going to say, he told us like 3 weeks ago, he has the headsets on offense.
He knows everything.
He knows everything that's going on. He did say that, yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. I know he's giving them guys free will and he's not trying to cut their head off. But at the same time, when you see your team going down this path, you step up. You got to have more hands on than this. Don't wait till 4 or 5 weeks in. That's just where I'm at. You know, I hope I can watch this game because I'm going on vacation tomorrow morning. I'm leaving. I'm going on a 6-day cruise.
Where you going?
I'm going to the Bahamas. Going to hit about 3 ports over there. So I'm pulling out about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, but I should be back Friday to be on the call whenever we have it, Friday or Saturday. I should be back. Okay. But I hope I can catch the game. I might can't, but being on that boat.
So y'all don't want to buy. I know Dave, we gotta get Dave up, but y'all don't want to buy next week because technically we got a buy. So y'all don't want to do a buy Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, we'll take the buy.
It's up to you. You let us know. It's whatever you want.
I don't need a buy.
I'm talking about a buy from the show.
Oh no, I don't want no buy. I don't need
okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
No, I don't want no buy.
We don't have buys on the show.
I don't want no buy.
All right, that's what's up. So let's get Dave on, and then we'll wrap up today's show. What's up, Dave?
going on, man? This has been fun, man. This is why I love the show.
I love it.
First, before I start, Miss Janine, I'm sorry I didn't even acknowledge and say hello to you. I know you were there, but I got so excited coming back. My apologies.
It's
It's
okay.
great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Um, listen, you know, I've been so upset with this coaching staff because this is the one reason why I love Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs, he's a Hall of Famer, not just because he's a Hall of Famer, he won all those games. But one thing I always knew, and I always saw about Joe Gibbs, is that he had adjustments. I haven't seen no adjustments on
Thank
these
you.
coaches at all.
That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Every
Yes,
other
sir.
coach made adjustments. Look, when they played Kansas City, they played them hard all the way to the half. What did Andy
City made
Reid do?
adjustments.
Yeah. What did Andy Reid do? Made adjustments. What did we do? Nothing. We played the same way that we were playing. So yeah, it's good that Dan Quinn took over and everything, and maybe things will start changing. But right now, we'll probably see, was it his scheme that he just had Joe Witt running and didn't do it right, or Joe Witt was just doing something totally different, and now Dan Quinn is going to make a difference, and we're going to see it.
Or it's the players.
Because
Or it's
let
the
me tell you,
players.
man,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Oh, it's the players too.
It's what he
I
lost.
care, all I want to see is I want to see adjustments, man. I want to see adjustments. When I used to play football back in high school, that was many years ago, But I remember the coaches will always make adjustments, and they get hard on you, man, when you made a mistake and everything. They'll let you know, listen, you doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. Now you're up, and just because you're professional, you're getting paid the good money and everything, doesn't mean that you can't be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? And make the right, proper adjustments. That's what I want to see. If anything, I want to see in this game and going forward is seeing how the coaches adjust and make the players better the way they're supposed to be making them better.
Right, man. So look, this was good. And that's why, like I said, man, you guys make my week, after seeing this stuff and then being at practice and hearing stuff. And sometimes, man, you hear the same thing over and over and over and over. It's like the sign of insanity, right? That's the
Yep.
definition of insanity.
Definition of sanity.
And then
Yep.
when you see it over and over and over, and there's no comeback, So what's up, Brandon? Brandon.
Yeah, get his take. Get his take, right? Real quick.
We'll get your take real quick because we're about to sign out. But the thing is Brandon, you there? There we go. We were just asking, as far as DQ now taking over the defense, would you like to see him continue this into next season? Okay.
I'm off mute. You on mute?
Who's trying to put
Hold on, Brandon. I can.
Okay, I got it.
There you
I got
go.
it.
Okay.
All right, sorry. I just woke up. I'm in Thailand. I'm on a job, so
That's all
I'm
good, brother.
I'm kind of on your. I'm kind of on your.
Thailand.
Yeah, I'm in Thailand doing an action movie. Anyway, okay. DQ taking over. Hey, everybody, by the way.
Hey.
What's up, bro?
What's up?
DQ taking over the defense. I like it. Hey, look, anything else is better than what's been going on, so a change is good.
That's what I said.
Mhm.
Right? How's Madrid? Oh, hey, your significant other's there. Hey, how are you? How you doing? I didn't see that.
Yeah, she came
How's
on.
everybody?
She came on and held it down today. She
Yes, she did. Yes, she
really
did.
good
Yeah.
job.
Right.
The trip. You missed it all. I can't. We don't have enough time to tell you, but it's
been crazy.
It's been crazy. But tomorrow's gonna be like our first day to just kind of unwind and really enjoy everything. And we're gonna make it work. We always do. That's what we do. We always make things work out in the end. But yeah, man, today was about letting you guys vent. That's what we do here. This is our therapy session for everybody.
Yes, I love it.
And
Yep.
fair, man, everybody's comments, whether people agree with the comment, it's fair comments. I don't think anything is off the cuff and not warranted. I will
Yeah.
I will say this in parting. All I want to see Sunday, like Dave just said, I just want to see competitiveness. That's it. Eric said it. Everybody said it. They just want to see these guys not. I'm tired of being at games, man. I'm gonna put you out there now, and it's a good way. She'll text me at
Watch yourself.
She'll text me at halftime.
Fan Janine,
This is the fan Janine, but this is the working Janine on the field. But the fan Janine will text me up in the press box, and she's like, "It's over, isn't it? Like game's over, isn't it? Like what happened?
That's in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's always like, what's happening? What's
Hold
going
on.
on?"
Like I can
That's
see
before
it.
half.
I can no. Here's the thing. I can see it. She's out there, and the people saying, "Hey, go and get riled up, man. This whole entire game is over." Like,
I mean, like, no, seriously. I told her the other day I had to give her credit because these games been over at halftime.
Yes.
Yeah.
First quarter.
She
First
still
quarter,
has
yeah.
she still has skits to do, still has to be hyped. And I know, I mean, I know her, of course. So I literally told a colleague in the press box who loves Janine too. But I told her, I said, man, look at my baby out there, still trying to muster the energy and the excitement. So after the game, I told her, I said, babe, I said, how is it down there, like, really? Like, because we're behind soundproof glass. You can't really hear a lot in the press box.
Mm.
So I said to her, what's it like? I said, how do you keep your energy up? And she said, well, I got a job to do and all. And I said, well, is the crowd hype with you the way they normally are? And she was like, heck no. She said people were
all little
leaving.
things.
She said they were leaving at halftime. And I'm like,
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
All little tank.
so that's what I'm saying. So Brandon, so one of the things I asked was, Jaden might come back in 2 weeks after the bye. Terry might be back with them. Noah might be back with them. Would you want to see that or not?
That
I
says
don't
it
know.
all. That says it all.
I'm split with BJ. Brad Jones is like shut him down all the way. Brad is like shut him down. But I'm split because I don't want to see him get hurt again. But yet I think Terry needs to get out there. Noah, I don't give a that dude needs to play no matter what. That dude's like he's got to recoup
Does
for
this sound
for
like
lot for lot.
does this sound like Brandon's like mixing and scratching what was said earlier? Everyone
Yep.
I
said
mean,
exactly what you said. Shut Jaden down. If Terry want to play, whatever. Noah Brown, I mean, like he's not going to be here next year, so
Nope.
he's not gonna be here next year.
It
Nope.
sounds like the group chat
No.
is on fire like this every
Yeah.
day.
That's
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Hey, Lake.
I've had
Noah Brown wasn't here this year.
Thank you.
no, exactly,
Lake.
exactly.
Hey,
Hey,
Lake.
Lake.
I still got to
Lake.
go to the locker room, man.
Hey, Lake. But I one thing I gotta say from the times that I wasn't on, I did follow every fan podcast that you put out, and man, let me tell you, I was anxious. Man, I should have been there. I should have been there. But one thing I do agree with you, man. All this started when that bad vibe with Terry in the beginning of the season.
Yep. I've
Yeah.
been saying that,
I
Dave.
believe
I've
that.
been
That
saying
bad
it,
that
man.
bad aura and that bad vibe, man.
I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to
Yeah.
it. Y'all remember
Yeah.
me saying over and over in camp, it wasn't a good look.
Yep.
People were killing
Yeah.
me. You hating Terry, you don't like Terry. And I'm like, man,
You
first of
know,
all,
this
I'm a
this is a
grown
trend.
man. I don't need to
Hold on a
like
second, like
nobody.
hold
I'm just,
on, like
huh?
this is a trend. This is a trend. You 2 for 2. You called last year saying, man, JD was looking real good. He might be a difference maker. What happened? You came over there and said it again as far as this year. Oh no, this is a bad vibe with Terry. That's 2. You 2 for 2. Lake Stradamus is in the
Appreciate that.
building, ladies and gentlemen.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it because it hurt me to say that. It hurt me to say that. It
It
hurt
does.
me to see
Yeah.
him out on the field with his agent. It hurt me to see that because fans are like, listen, you guys, I don't even consider you guys fans. You guys are borderline GMs up in here. But I mean, like the average fan seriously thinks with their heart, and I understand it. You love what you see, and Terry has built up a reputation that's deserving. He's a hard
He
worker.
did.
Oh, he
He
did,
did.
and he's a nice person. He earned that. I get it, but that doesn't mean that you
It's,
can't be wrong in the approach of something. And I
it kind
said,
of went all down the hill, man.
yeah, and
It
I
kind of.
said, and
It's
I
Major
did.
League 2. It's
Yeah,
Major League 2.
Yeah.
yeah, I said that. I
And
did.
the
I
way
said
the way
it's a bad look.
he separated himself,
And Terry,
the
and I'm
way
gonna
he
say
separated
this.
himself from the teammates, man.
Yeah.
We don't get a chance to really interact with Terry too often now because Terry's been injured. So it's not like he's in the locker room like that. All the years Terry's ever been in that locker room, you knew Terry was going to talk and basically answer the questions, the hard questions about teams losing, because he played on some bad teams. He was
Yeah.
always there. So to not see that this year, whether he's injured or not, to not really see him around in the locker room like that, what that does, man, is like he might be mad at the media. He might be mad at he might be mad at me. I don't know. He might be mad at the way we had to cover what was happening over the summer. The problem with that though is that Terry was the energy of this team. He was the lifeline for this team. And maybe
The catalyst,
he's
yeah.
saying in his mind, I told you that's what I was, but that's what you were when you were on the field.
Yeah.
But
So
here's
big
the question I
difference,
have.
man. Big difference.
Can
I
So
I
have a
can I
question.
yeah,
can
go
I
ahead.
say something real? Can I
Sure.
say something real quick? As much as we want to, not all of us, but some of us want to blame Terry. I got to put some of this on AP too.
Thank you.
I got
I,
to.
I
I
I
was going
most
to
have
say
to.
it too.
It's a
Yeah,
two-way street.
Two-way
You
yeah.
It
can't
is.
you can't
Yeah.
preach to me, well, that we're a family and
Two-way
all this
street.
togetherness and everything, and then when it's time to pay up, now I'm not this and I'm not that. That's
But
not.
you pay for
But
I,
what?
Two-way street.
yeah,
I
Man.
agree with you,
Oh
Ellis.
man.
I agree.
I
I
get you
agree.
pay for what you worth, but don't you? But you don't
He's
think
not top five
you know?
money. He's not top five money.
No. But all I'm saying is, and again, I'm going to stick to this. People get mad at me for saying it. You guys don't feel like what AP did by going out and getting Laramie Tunsil and Debo Samuel and drafting Josh Connerly and drafting Jalen Lane, and you don't think that those things were done to also help Terry?
Yeah,
oh
of
yeah,
course.
I
Of
agree.
Exactly.
course.
I
Yeah,
But
agree.
that's two separate
absolutely.
things, Lake. That's
Yeah.
two separate things.
Two
Okay,
different things.
But
That's two
but
different
that's
things, Lake. We talking about Terry
Nah.
here
so you think
and
yeah.
his
Terry?
and his,
Disagree.
and his
But Terry,
contract and his
Terry,
money and his
Terry was under
business.
contract. She asked
Yeah,
for
but
Right.
more.
He had one more year.
But
He had one more year, right?
he had one more year. But come on,
Yeah.
fellas, y'all know they
No,
rip
no, no,
contracts
no,
up
no prime
all
player
the
of
time.
that caliber is going to just rely on that 1 year to be
Yeah,
compensated with. You're going to
But
work
he
some
did. But
close
he
to
just
2 years,
re-signed less than 2 years before that. He broke a
and
That's
contract.
right.
yeah.
That's
that
right.
means nothing. This is the art of negotiation. It's
it's
not always going to
business.
be pretty.
It's the
Yeah,
NFL.
but what I say is that it's not the fact about him and the contract and with AP and everything. My thing is on his vibe on his teammates. He's not
Yeah.
around his teammates like he always used to be. You know what I'm saying? He's
But
like
I
he
can't
kind of
blame.
like has
I
departed
don't
away
blame
from
him
it.
for that.
I can't put that totally on him. I just can't. This is a two-way street.
It's
This
Why
still
is
an
a
not?
two-way
So is
street.
it
organization.
fair to say? But is it fair to say Terry's actions and Adam Peters' actions
Yes.
killed the vibe of the team for
I
the
think so.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course
Yeah.
they did.
I
Of
Absolutely,
think
course they
so.
did.
I
Yes.
think.
absolutely.
I told y'all that weeks ago. I mean, think about it. They bringing in Debo. You think that made Terry feel 100% happy?
But that was to help him, not hurt
Yeah.
him.
But hold on. I'm talking
Exactly.
about the business. I'm not talking about a play on the
Okay.
field. I'm
Okay.
talking about the business part. Even now, they got to make a decision for
On
next year.
Debo.
Do they want the Debo and Terry, two wide receivers that's going to be 30 plus or 30 years old? They got to make a decision. You
Trade
see
him.
what I'm saying? So Terry's already thinking that way too. And I've been here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I've
And
been to be
you
I've
know
been
why
to being here.
you
So
know
that
why I
played a
blame
role.
you know why I blame the front office and AP solely because his age of being close to 30, 31 wasn't an issue when he was catching passes in Detroit or catching passes in the NFC Championship game. It wasn't age wasn't an ancillary a problem or some made believe until it was time to negotiate money. It never
Mhm.
was at all
But
last
part
year.
of
No.
that negotiation was history has proven that 30 plus year old receivers get injured.
Yeah.
And
Right.
what happened?
He
Not
got
only
injured. But here's a question I
That's
have
my
real quick.
point. So he did
He
right.
doesn't. So he didn't deserve the money.
no, I'm
No,
not.
he did. No.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Hurt.
Yeah, because I got to get ready to roll out. But uh, I think you're right, Ellison. I think you're right, Gerard. I think everybody has to go ahead and put their 2 cents as far as AP being wrong and you can't business. This is a business at the end of the day. But the question I have for you, Lake, was I did hear from somebody else, and I wanted to get it from you.
Mhm.
He hasn't really been at any of the home games this year, unless he's playing. Yet he's over in Madrid for this game,
So
and
I
he's
wasn't
not
gonna
even
say
playing. I mean,
That's a problem.
Here's
That's
the thing.
management.
As much as I love,
Extended
I love
honeymoon.
Terry, but
Extended honeymoon.
that's why I'm like, I got questions about that. And I'm not questioning his game or anything like that. I know that he's good when he gets on that field. I know what he brings inside the locker room. It's just something that it gives you questions.
And you know who's
That's
not
what
here?
I'm saying.
You know who's
That's what
not
I'm
here?
saying.
You know who's not
JD,
here? JD. But when we walk down the
JD.
street, everywhere, he's
Jersey's right.
all over the place. But he's
Yeah.
not here. Listen, all
But
I'm
he's not
saying
cleared to
again
practice, right?
is he's not. I mean, he's not.
JD5 is not cleared to practice.
Mm-mm. And
Right?
I
Terry is
understand
cleared to
I
practice.
understand when you injured, you normally don't travel.
Yeah.
Exceptions can be made. Believe me, they can be made. Because you saw it in Kansas City. So all
No, he
I'm,
wasn't. But Terry wasn't even at the home games.
no, I know.
That's the thing.
Trust me, I said
I
that.
got questions.
When I said the energy of, I mean, listen, this guy said it out of his own mouth. He's a franchise player. He's a guy that has given everything to the organization.
Mm-hmm.
Terry,
And I don't think it's going to be detrimental to his
comes
career.
across. Sometimes Terry, the way you can look at this from the outside, it looks as if he's coming across that he's still bitter.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
he's showing
Absolutely.
love, but he's
Absolutely.
signed the contract. He got the contract.
Yeah, I don't
At
blame
that
him for
point,
signing
you
the
got to
contract.
play ball, man. I mean, you at that point. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta say this. I've always grown up playing sports. I was always about team first, not myself. But if I hate to look back on the past, meaning like the Kobe's and the Jordans and the all-time greats of the Rushmore of all the different sports. But if Terry truly loved the team and loved the team first, wants to see him excel and not keep going forward, why would he have done all the stuff they had done? I mean, like you said, like keep practicing, keep playing. Eventually, you're going to get paid. It might be this year, but why throw everything out the window? If you love the team, if you love what you do, everything's gonna figure itself out.
Listen,
I'm gonna answer the question for you.
I respect the guy betting on.
Love you guys. I gotta go.
Okay,
all right, buddy.
Listen, and I'm not gonna hold you guys too late because it's 12:30 here and we gotta go get to bed. But I respect a man betting on himself. I have no problem. I bet on myself in my career. I bet on myself to get this person right here, and I won. But that's the point. I bet on me. But I won't. Right, exactly. I won't do it at the detriment of something. And I don't care. I'm sorry. I'll take the bullets for this. If you're watching this and you're going to get mad at me for saying it, I'm going to say it again and again. I feel like because Terry was your second best player, Jaden's their first, but I feel like Terry was their most important player. Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
For him to not be there when they're transitioning, bringing in more pieces to try to make this team better, I just felt like the timing of everything that happened. I'm going to say it. The Eastern Motors thing was a disaster.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Right.
Those are the little things that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a football player. We know what he is. We saw how dominant he was in the limited time he came back against Kansas City. He put his stamp on the field. And you saw them look like what they were supposed to look like, right?
Oh, yeah.
But again, if you know that you are the lifeline and the vibe and pulse of a team, you need
be there for your team. Be there for them.
You had to be there for him.
Dietrich Wise is on crutches.
Ellison don't buy that, man.
Dietrich Wise is on crutches. Giving love to the guys. Dietrich Wise. Why can't Terry be there?
Dietrich still traveled with the team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was his first crutches.
Look, you cannot compare Dietrich Wise to Terry's situation.
You can compare the hard draw.
You can't
compare it.
But it's not about the comparison about him being a team player or something like that. It's or the money issue. It's the fact of being as a leader of the team and the guy that always been there for the team.
Okay.
Be there for the guys too, man.
Yeah.
I think but come on, fellas. Come on, y'all. I'm going through this right now on my job. Okay. I've been on my job 10 years.
Can you talk about this on here?
Yeah, I can talk about this.
Okay.
It's nothing major. I'm not going crazy.
I want to make sure I don't want to come back.
I can talk about this. But what I'm trying to say to you is when you get new management that comes in within 1 or 2 years, and you've been this dominant force, this, you got to stand ground. But new management like to come in and put their claws on things and
Yep.
Yeah,
change
sure.
up and do not look at everything what's been. And it's not their place to look at everything what's been.
That's
They
right.
trying to put their claws on it and moving a company or a business how they see fit.
Mm-hmm.
Terry
Mhm.
sees all this, and I'm gonna come to a different level. We had a conversation earlier. Do we think Terry might be traded next year? It's a possibility.
It's
Of
a
course.
possibility. I
So
know fans don't want to
we
hear
don't think
that.
that's in his
Oh, for
head
sure.
too.
Yeah,
That's in Terry's head too. So
for
let me
sure.
show up to every game. Let me be here. Let me be the great person that I've been for 8, 9, 10 years, which Ron, all the other coaches never gave me any help, but I still stood firm. Everything what everybody's talking about, excuse me,
Mhm.
everybody has a breaking point. Terry just reached his
I agree.
He
I
felt
agree.
disrespected. That's the
and,
bottom line. He felt
and one more
disrespected.
point. One more point. I'm sorry for coughing. One more point. So are we all going to sit here and say, if Terry showed up to camp, did everything well, got the same contract he got, and we didn't have all these type of injuries, our season would be different because he showed up to camp and he did everything? No.
Yeah.
Our season is the way that it is
I
because
think it is possible.
I
I
think
do too. I
it's
do too.
energy, it's mindset,
Yep.
it's confidence, it's
I agree.
teamwork, it's
Yep.
so
camaraderie.
these injuries
All
wouldn't
of that
happen.
matters. And if you kind of mess that
Yep.
up at the beginning, everything will just start to trickle and fall
Yeah.
apart. And that's literally, and I'm not blaming it on
Yep.
him or like who knows why this season happened. Only God knows
Right.
why
Yeah.
this season happened the way it's happened.
Mhm.
But all it takes is one bad apple, and then the rest
Yep.
will, and that's literally what has happened every single game. It's just been
Yeah, that's
one
true.
bad
I can
thing
agree with
after
that.
another after another. And that's really how life works when y'all think about it. When you're down
Yep.
Yeah.
and out, you continue to be down and out until you can shift your mindset and figure out a way to be positive about it. And then you start to attract positive stuff to you. It works the
Yeah,
same
Yep.
way in
that's true.
sports.
Look
Yep.
at
But
Jacory.
it's both
Look at
parties.
Bill. Look at
Both
Bill.
parties.
He could have just sat out and not done nothing. Man, I got the NFL, but he stuck by his team, helped him, helped him with scout, whatever. And in the end, he ended up.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Zero blame the AP on this.
No, yeah.
So
Zero
Mike,
blame
who you going
AB.
blaming
Zero,
blaming
Oh,
Terry?
wow.
zero blame. You are under contract, bro.
He's a lawyer, by the way. So
Okay.
you
You
already
no,
Yeah.
That's
I don't care how other people do it. I don't care if it happens all the time. I don't care. I don't care. You are under contract. And what happened is he held out the first time. And
Yes,
the
he did.
old regime paid him. You
Yep.
know
okay.
why he held out the second time? Because he thought, I'm going to get paid again. At some point in time, you see you dealing with a new cat who is not going to pay you. It's time to bet on yourself. And I'm not a big LeBron fan. One thing about LeBron, he never
Me
held
neither.
out. He never
Yeah.
held
That's
out.
true. That's true.
He never held out.
Yeah.
Because
I
he's
mean,
LeBron.
again,
It's a big
I said
difference.
this, and I'm gonna say it again. I think not that Terry holding out and everything with the contract situation is the reason why this season is what it is, because it's not.
Right.
But I
Right.
think it's a part of the way this season is.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
it's a big part. It's not the overall theme, but it's a big part because you can't have it both ways. You can't be a fan and saying Terry is everything to this team. They have no chance to win if he's not on the roster. And
Right.
then you turn around and say, well, Terry doing what he did, it didn't derail their season. Like, you can't have it both ways. He is an important
Yep.
part of this franchise and always
Mhm.
has been. The only reason he's not the most important part is because number five's there. But
Right.
guess what? Number five looks the way he does right now because he doesn't have his number
Because
one weapon out there.
Right.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It all goes hand in hand. If Terry's healthy and he's on the field, Jaden's not struggling the way he looks right now. I don't even
No.
use the word
No.
struggle. He's
No.
not struggling, but he doesn't look as dynamic as he did last
yeah.
year.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
And
All
Lake,
this stuff, all this stuff goes hand in hand. Go ahead, bud.
I completely agree with your comment earlier. When they went out and did the Tunsil trade and when they got Debo, they wasn't just thinking about JD. They were thinking about Terry too.
Absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely.
How can you not see that?
How
Because
can you not see that?
because now you don't need Terry to wear a cape all the time and be the only threat you have on offense. They drafted a running back who's starting. I mean, everything was set in motion for this thing to just continue to do what it was doing last year. And
But I understand.
kind of put a little wrench in it.
And he still didn't get his money.
It wasn't about the top dollar.
He still didn't look. They reopened the government and they didn't get the deal done.
Same thing.
That's not a laughing matter. I don't want to. I mean, if you're affected by it, because I have a family member that's affected by it, and it's a real thing.
I do too.
No,
damn,
but analogy.
But listen, damn, if I didn't think the same thing, y'all didn't held out did this, and then you for what? I mean, like
that Terry contract. Remember, I came on here. I said if it still was a bad deal. It wasn't the deal he was looking for. The guaranteed money was a lot lower. So at some point in time, he said, all right, we're going to let the agent go out for 24 hours and give this big. And then when we unpacked it, we like, dang, his guaranteed joint is low. He folded.
Right.
But I'm not. I understand what Terry.
Hey guys, I gotta go, man.
All right, bro.
We're gonna wrap up. Go ahead.
It was fun.
For sure. Good seeing you, Dave. I do understand where Terry's coming from, though. I would have held out too. I'm not going into my last year of my deal willy-nilly and just betting on myself because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be an injury before I get paid. I'm going to bank on me getting my money. I'm getting
you want insurance. You want insurance, but
yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, you want insurance, but don't you think the group would have not screwed him over, depending if he would have got hurt or not?
No, I think front office will go do what front office needs to do to keep their pennies. I do.
Absolutely.
Mike got his hand up. What you want to say, Mike?
But the part that I don't understand, and I'm not disputing because I totally agree with everything you guys are saying, but going back to the gentleman, can't remember his name. I'm not good with names. You're under contract, so you can't hold out for so long.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not doing nothing but hurting the team. That's why I said earlier, I'm messed up. I don't care if Terry comes back or not. I don't care if they trade him. I really don't, because I think your wife is right. That Bojo, that messed his team up from the beginning. And that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna rest my piece.
Look, people, look, we all older. We're older crowd here. We done seen holdouts 24/7. That's football. That's business. That's how I see it. Man. Contracts are made. Contracts are adjusted, ripped up every single day of the year.
But every time a holdout happens, should the organization cave in?
No, I'm not saying they're supposed to cave in. I'm saying they're supposed to work together. Yeah. I'm saying they're both supposed to work together, and you don't have to let it go so deep into the off season.
It shouldn't get personal. It should not.
Right. It shouldn't get that way. You remember I said this last year?
Listen, when y'all say it shouldn't get personal.
That's what we're doing.
Terry came across like it was personal.
It came personal. Because Terry had more invested than what AP them had in this team. Sure. Terry is looking at everything what he put out here every single day from his angle. And all I'm saying, AP in the organization, even Josh, Josh brought the team, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He doing all kinds of stuff to the stadium, helping this out, building this, changing this, give them a new locker room. Terry's seeing all that stuff, So all I'm saying, they know Terry. They know players hold out when they're getting close to a contract year, and Terry just had the best year of his life as far as catching touchdowns. The first time he had a quarterback throwing to him, this shouldn't have caught them by surprise. That's all I'm trying to say.
No. He did. But I not to cut you off, babe, but I have said that, and Gerard, you're 100% correct. I wish they had a little bit more foresight to thinking.
Yes. That's
that
all I'm
this could
saying.
come. But things that I was told was that the older guys on the team all got together and said we're gonna run this back. And
Yeah.
Harry was, yes, let's do this. And
Right.
then the holdout came. So
Because
that
he
caught
wanted
some
some
people off
money.
guard too, though.
Because he
So
wanted he wanted to get paid. Imagine if Terry didn't get a contract and he just came in, played his last year out, and he got hurt like this. They would look at him and
Oh, yeah.
say, buddy, it's
See
gonna be
there.
totally different.
Gerard, they
no.
offered him a
That's
contract.
fair, but that's part of
But that doesn't mean you have
It's
to
it's
take it, Mike.
easy. It's easy
Huh?
to
You can
say
offer.
Terry is
No,
wrong. It's easy to
you
say
have
he's
no
wrong, but he's not
choice.
wrong.
You have
You
no
have
Terry's not
choice
wrong.
You have no choice in what.
of taking the money.
You don't have
Yes.
to. I
You
don't
have
have to sign. Just because
no.
you offer it to me doesn't mean I have to
You
sign.
have zero leverage.
I got plenty of
Well, he
leverage.
could have just played this
I
one
can
year
withhold
out.
my service. I don't have to show up to mini camp or
no,
OTAs.
but then
I
you start getting fined, like, and that's a lot of money.
That's
You're gonna
it.
lose the
All you
money
gotta
that
do
you
is
were
show up on
holding
the
out to
eighth
get.
game.
Eventually, I
Exactly.
gotta come. Eventually, I agree. I gotta come in at a certain point in time.
Like
But
the
Yeah.
I'm
seventh
gonna.
or eighth game.
But
And that's what
I
happens.
That's what happened.
And
I'm
that's
gonna.
pretty much what happened.
I'm gonna maneuver through every avenue I
Yeah.
can to let you know I want my money. I
And they
understand
helped him
what
by
he's
saying he was injured so that he wouldn't
true.
leave.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
But
The
but you
team.
know what?
Baby be dropping them joints.
But no, she's absolutely right. But you know what? We're gonna see this all over again because Lerman Tussle's gonna want a
Nope.
deal.
Nope. They gonna
Lerman
pay
Tussle's
him.
gonna want a
They
deal.
gonna pay
Okay.
him. They
All
gonna
right.
pay him.
Okay.
They
So you
gonna
gonna pay the new
See what
so
I
you gonna
hope
pay the new
happened here.
guy.
But what I hope happened here, I hope Adam learned that. See, I've said this before. Adam Peters will never, in the history of being a GM in Washington at least, go through another contract like this with Terry.
No.
No.
Never.
Hopefully, he learned that he doesn't want to go through another one like this.
Yeah.
No.
But the reason why he'll never go through another one like this is because everybody knows Jaden's going to get the money just because he's that quarterback, and
Yeah.
they get what they set the bar. So that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There'll never
What have you?
be outside of Jaden. There'll never
No.
be another player under Adam Peters going forward outside of Jaden that will have the love affair that Terry has with
Right.
I agree.
No.
I agree.
Believe
it
that.
was a learning, it was
Believe
a
that.
learning experience for all. And I think Terry learned something out of it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So it was a learning experience, but you can't have your frontline players not on that field in training camp. You can't.
Yeah.
They have
No.
to be there. If you're going to do anything, those guys need to be out there setting the tone and showing the young guys this is how it's done.
I
This
agree.
is what great
Yeah.
looks like. So that's where Washington hopefully learned from all of this. But look, fellas, we kept this thing for about an hour.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, let me say something really quick before we hop
Oh,
off.
I'm gonna let her take it out. You already know what she's gonna
Oh
do.
yeah,
But
in
yeah,
a second.
but go ahead.
Really quick, I just wanted to first of all thank you all for always showing up for these conversations with Lake. Every Friday or Saturday after he finishes with you all, he is the happiest version of himself. And it's because of you all. It's
Because during the week I'm not.
it's y'all's conversations and all of that. So I just wanted to say thank y'all for supporting him, supporting the show. It seems like you all are a family, and I love
Yes.
watching the replays.
Yes.
I love hearing what you all have to say. Thank you for welcoming me on to
Oh yes. Come back. Come back.
appreciate that.
I'm mad for
I
sure.
appreciate you all being Burgundy and Gold fans because we've been through a lot and we are still
Yes, ma'am.
here. So I want to thank y'all for that. And then I just want to give a shout out to anyone that might be watching the replay that's actually here in Madrid. We painted Madrid burgundy and gold. It was
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
amazing going into that fan rally today, this afternoon, and seeing so many Commanders fans. And it was just wonderful. So I just want to thank everyone that was able to make it to Madrid to support the Commanders. I know it's not what we expected. We wanted to see Jaden out there. We were thinking we were going to be on a winning streak. The season is not what we expected, but fans are still here supporting us. So I think it's wonderful. So thank you all. And I'm going to let you go ahead and say good night so we can go to bed.
Nah, so what we can redo is like, if y'all know what she does, her staple thing.
Don't let me down, guys.
So she did it today 3 times, and I gotta tell you, the place erupted. They wanted her to do it again and again. And I'll never forget when she first did it. I was like, babe, that's not the team's like that's not their hashtag. They is raise hell. And she
Yeah.
said, no, I'm gonna do it today. I'm telling you, when we got out the car, and soon as we got out, it was people like they were pushing me to the side. And they were like, "It's the Commanders girl right there." People were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
can you take a picture with us?" And she's like, "He's a team insider. I don't know who that is. Like, can I take a picture with him?" So I'm gonna let you take us out.
Yep.
You know, and you're probably gonna wake up the building now.
I won't say it as loud.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let her take us out because I appreciate it, and I wanted her to come on today. So
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Y'all gotta
Thanks,
respond.
Miss Jimmy.
Y'all gotta respond. So, Commanders fans, can I get a hell yeah? Okay.
Hell yeah.
Good job, guys.
All right, fellas. Look, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Y'all know that, man. Y'all made
Be
me
safe.
my week.
All right, y'all be
Y'all be
safe.
safe.
All right, it's
Love
over.
you guys,
Back
man.
next
Love
week.
you guys.
Yeah,
Love you
y'all
guys.
be
Too, man.
safe.
All right, take care now.
All right.
Peace
All
out.
right now.
Appreciate you.
All right, later.